Hi, I'm Shawn Crystal. Welcome to INKPULP Instruction's video series, Figure Drawing Made Easy. This video series is free on my YouTube channel for you all to enjoy, and it's going to be teaching you the method of construction drawing. What is construction drawing? Construction drawing is learning to see the simplicity in the complexity of the human form. There are two schools of thought when it comes to teaching figure drawing. One school of thought being observational drawing, the other school and method being construction drawing. What is observational drawing? Observational drawing teaches you to draw what you see, to always need a model or a reference in front of you to draw from. What is construction drawing? Construction drawing teaches you to know what you see. Construction drawing gives the artist the knowledge to be able to draw the figure in any pose, any emotion from their head. This video series will teach you the stages of construction drawing. We will walk through the stage of gesture drawing. We will learn to use simple shapes to flesh out the complex forms, and we will learn to build the anatomy on top of those simple shapes. The very first step is capturing the line of action. What is the line of action? The line of action is one stroke, maybe two, that indicates the general movement of the figure. So looking at the model I'm studying, I see we've got a nice line of action here and a line of action here. And at this point, we can start to judge the proportions. If anything's too long or out of place, we can adjust as we go. Step 2 is finding the head and indicating that with an oval. Make sure to get the tilt of the head proper. Use cross contours to indicate the direction the head is facing. What is a cross contour? Cross contours are lines that wrap around a three-dimensional form, indicating its volume. So if you have a cylinder, a cross contour across the cylinder would simply look like this. If you have a more complicated form, like this, cross contour would simply indicate the volume of that form, a line wrapping across the volume. Once we've got our cross contours established and we're working from the head down, we're just using quick lines to capture the rhythm of the figure. Rhythm creates a sense of movement in a static drawing. And there's a quick and simple idea you can try to follow. Rhythm is if you have one line flowing in one direction, the next line will continue that in an opposite arc. And so on and so on. So if we think of these curves creating a flowing movement of the eye through the drawing, that's rhythm. So now I'm going to use the idea of rhythm to flesh out the gesture of this figure. I'm not terribly concerned with anatomy. I'm just concerned with movement and indicating the gesture of the form. Anatomy will all come later. And I will be using ellipses, cross contours, to give you an idea of the perspective of what we're drawing. And speaking of rhythm, the legs are always a great place to indicate that, just like I showed you in the other example. And don't be afraid to bend limbs in ways that may seem like that limb would be broken. That's actually a good concept in animation to draw from. And that, in essence, is a gesture drawing. Hi, my name is Shawn Crystal. I'm a comic book artist who's been drawing for Marvel and DC Comics for the past 20 years, and I'm also an educator. I built the Sequential Art department at SCAD in Atlanta with my good friend Pat Quinn. I ran that department and taught every class in that department for about 10 years. After I left teaching, I dedicated myself to drawing comics full-time. After a few years, I missed teaching, and I decided I wanted to create my own online comic book art school. INKPULP Instruction is designed to celebrate and teach the craft of comic book art. It is a series of videos and bite-sized tutorials that will instruct the beginning comic book artist as well as the seasoned pro. It is the best online resource for learning sequential art. Keep craft alive. Join INKPULP Instruction now.